Hi, this is Peter from Pain, and you're watching Impact Channel.
Hi everybody, here we are with Peter Tagtgren from Pain. Hello, welcome to Budapest.
Thank you very much.
How are you? How is the tour so far?
Good. A little bit, not so much sleep, but you know, it's working. You know, the crowd is good. You know, that's the most important thing. The crew is good, so it's all good.
Nice to hear that.
Yeah.
You have been doing loads of things during your career. Pain, Hypocrisy, just to mention a few bands, and you do production as well.
Yeah.
So, do each of these things give you a different thing?
Yeah, a little bit. I think, you know, it widens up your flavor of music. You know, when you produce stuff maybe that you're not really into from the beginning, you know, you get into it a little bit more. You know, and then you get influenced a little by that, and also the projects that I do, you know, it's a mix of all kinds of stuff, you know. So everything influences you, what you do, you know.
Yeah, we can say that you're an experimental person.
Yeah, I don't like to go one way. I like to go all kinds of ways, you know. So.
And is there anything you haven't tried that but you really want to try in music?
No, not yet. I mean, we got even a blues band together.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, we're trying different things, you know.
Great. You have worked with many artists already. The most recent ones were Joachim Brodin and Lindemann as well. And is there anybody that you would really love to work with in the future?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe, you know, bands that I grew up with when I was younger, you know, those who are still alive. You know, sure, there's plenty of them, you know.
Okay, so you have a son. Yeah. Sebastian, who was involved with Pain as well.
Yeah.
And am I right that you're writing music with him, or have you written music with him?
No, we're still writing some. We have about 20 songs or something like that. So we're just writing, and then summer when it's less work, you know, then we can try to put the songs together. So.
Okay, can we know a little bit about it? What kind of?
Nope.
Okay.
Because I can't tell you yet, because we have so many different kind of songs, you know. If I say it's a certain style, maybe those songs won't be picked when we do an album, and then people go, what?
Yeah.
You know, so it's better not to say anything.
Okay. How is it to work with Your Own Offspring? Is it easier? Or?
Yeah, it's very easy. You know, we think alike a lot, you know, and so it's very simple.
And what are the values that you want to pass on him, or you have passed on him? The most important things you think?
How to behave, you know, in front of people, you know, to be polite and not be an asshole, you know, unless you need it, you know.
Yeah, of course. If you would get the chance to meet your 18-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Go to school. No, I don't know, follow your heart, like I always try to do, you know, and do what you feel it's important, you know, and yeah, enjoy life. Because when you grow up, you know, you have responsibilities and stuff, you know, and then you have to choose.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
So a few months ago you shared your thoughts about Hypocrisy, that you weren't sure what's going to happen, if there's going to be an album. Is there any news on that front?
Not really. We haven't really decided anything. I mean, of course there will be some shows or a new album, but I don't know when, you know.
Okay.
Maybe we do a tour first and then do an album. I don't know. It's really hard to say now because I haven't really been focused on that. I want to, you know, focus on the latest Pain release now and try to play everywhere, you know. And yeah, we take it from there. I mean, usually it's really going fast when I start something, you know, it goes really fast. So we're not talking 20 years from now or anything, you know.
If you look at the fans of Pain and Hypocrisy, is it overlapping, or do you see?
There's a few that likes both. There's a few that don't like either one, you know. So, and I mean, it was not supposed to please everybody, you know.
Of course.
I wanted to try something different with pain, you know, mainly because I wanted to produce something different, you know, and that's why I started with the more electronic stuff, you know. It was just in the aspect of producing.
You have lived in Florida many years ago. What were your experiences with the extreme metal scene there?
It was great because, I mean, I was there from '88 to '91, and I remember we went to a release party on the first Deicide album. We were there, and it was just amazing to see everything blooming up, you know. You know, we went to see Obituary, we went to see Death many times, you know, and yeah, just keep on going, you know.
Must have been great.
Yeah, it was really great, you know, it was a good time to be there.
And when you came back to Europe, did you notice any difference between the attitude of the metal scene,
you know,
let's say?
the extreme music, I mean, before it was, you know, old black metal like Venom and Possessed and stuff like that, and then of course, you know, with first Death album, you know, it became more death metal, you know, and then it grew, and it was pretty much at the same time as I went to Florida. And when I got home, you know, it was already there, you know. You had already Dismember, Unleashed, you had Entombed and all that stuff, you know, so yeah, it kind of grew on the same time, you know. European death metal is a little bit more primitive than, you know, American death metal. It's more, a little bit more complex death metal in my world, at least at that time, you know. Yeah.
Okay, so when you're not working on any music, what do you do?
Watch TV.
Do you have a hobby?
If I have a hobby?
Yeah.
Cars, old cars, 60s and 50s cars.
Oh, great. Are you collecting them or fixing?
Yeah, give me money. No, I have a 57 Bel Air Chevy that I really like, enjoy, you know. But as far as hobbies and stuff like that, I don't know. Not really.
Okay.
Music is my hobby, you know.
That's great. You're very lucky then.
Yeah.
Who or what got you into music?
I guess the radio when I was a kid. You know, my mom told me, like, as soon as I heard radio, I just stopped and just went. I heard music, you know, I was just going, every time some music came on, you know. It was something that did something to me.
Do you remember what was your first favorite band?
I don't know, I think maybe it was Sweet or Kiss or something like that, you know, in the beginning of 70s, you know, like mid-70s or something like that.
And nowadays, what's your favorite music?
I don't know, I still go back to the old stuff, you know, I like a lot of Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Beatles, you know, the old classic stuff, so, you know, but I still listen to a lot of metal and shit, you know.
Is there or was there a person who is very inspirational for you?
Not really. I think it was just the bands, you know, how they were standing on stage and, you know, playing the music and stuff like that. So that inspired me the most, you know.
Let's say that you're part of an intelligent and evolved alien race. How would you consider mankind? Would you think that we are inferior, just like, for example, some people do with animals?
Well, maybe we should reverse it. The animals are, you know, treating us like we are treating the animals instead. Yeah, but it doesn't work. But, you know, I don't know. The human race is very, I would say, destructive. So, I don't know. If we will ever learn, I don't think so.
No?
No. I think they put us on this planet. It's like a prison planet because they can't let us loose in the universe because we'll destroy everything.
What do you think about religions in general?
Brainwash.
All
you
of
know,
them?
really mind control, I would say.
Is it like organized religion that you mean, or the whole ideology behind all of them?
All of them. It's brainwashing.
What's your philosophy?
My philosophy? You're your own God.
If you would meet your creator, let's say it's not just you who is the only God
What,
is.
the boss on the laboratory, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you ask?
What I would ask him?
Yeah.
Why did he create me?
Don't you know yourself? What your purpose is?
Well, I guess I'm put on this earth to make music. I guess. You know, everybody has their own thing, agenda, I guess. You know, I don't know. I try to bring a little bit positive feeling to it. You know.
Okay. Do you like reading?
Nope.
Okay.
I only read a handful of books in my whole life. I'm too lazy, I think, and too unconcentrated to read.
You do a lot of things, I guess.
Yeah, my brain is still going while I'm reading, and after I read it, I still don't know what I was reading. So, too many letter combinations, you know, behind my...
Do you like, for example, browsing the internet for articles or information?
Yeah, sometimes, you know, it depends. It's got to be something that I really want to know then.
What are your plans after this tour with Pain and for the rest of the year, like even not only for Pain but...
A lot of festivals. We're trying to make something over in North America and hopefully maybe try to find a co-headline thing again in Europe. I'm not sure yet.
What are your 5 favorite albums of all times?
Well, it varies from day to day, I think, you know. It's really hard to say. I really love the first Deicide album, first more, you know, Alter Madness being Morbid. Left Hand Path, Entombed, one of my favorites too. But also if you go into the more classic stuff, you know, I would say Led Zeppelin #2, Revolver with Beatles, you know, I can just keep on going. It's hard to say. You know.
Okay. Do you have a message to the fans?
Be yourself and be your own God.
That's a great ending. That was my last question. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.